This is the Mind Body Detox Podcast, where we discuss all things integrative health and wellness, interviewing folks from all over the world, sharing insights and wisdom on how to live a healthier life in mind, body, and spirit. So here we are, the very first episode of Mind Body Detox Podcast. I am your host, integrative intuitive medium, Kara Lovehart, and I think we need to take a little bit of time to get to know each other a bit. Let's sink in a little bit, rewind, and share how I got here, current day, chatting with you folks, doing this podcast called Mind Body Detox. So first off, I am a professional psychic. I hate the term. I am one of those people that does not like to call myself a psychic because I feel that I'm more of an energy interpreter. There's got a lot of negative connotation out there in the professional world when it comes to professional psychics, but what I do is definitely not stereotypical. I am not a stereotypical looking psychic. I am what people call the girl next door, the psychic next door. I have a very grounded personality and I have a wonderful gift in being able to interpret energy and be able to explain it to my clients in a very grounded and understandable way. So how did I get to be this way? Was I born this way? Did I develop this skill? Well, the answer is a little bit of both. I was born highly intuitive. I was born highly empathic. Is very sensitive to energy and to my environment. And I was also always very clairvoyant. But it wasn't until about 15 years ago that my intuitive senses skyrocketed. I was working full-time as a chiropractic assistant in a very high-traffic chiropractic office. So high traffic, we're talking 200 plus patients a day sometimes that I was putting my hands on as a massage therapist, working on these people and getting them ready for their chiropractic adjustments. So what was very fascinating to me at that time is my gift of clairvoyance really spiked. I was seeing auras around people. But what was fascinating to me, I hadn't had experience with enough people and seeing the different colors around them to make correlations between their emotional states and their physiological states, or maybe their diagnoses or diseases that they were experiencing. So that was very fascinating to me. For 8 years, walking around in circles around these two wonderful chiropractors, seeing auras and building my, what I call, psychic toolbox and psychic dictionary. And what that looked like was being able to understand what the different colors in the aura were telling me about that person, about their body, about where they were having pain. And so it was interesting learning this language of color, of frequency, of energy, of vibrational signatures that people carry and how that affects their health in mind, body, and spirit. So reading auras and understanding this language was really one of my first steps into taking what my gifts offered me into a professional arena. So I became a licensed massage therapist. That seemed like the next best thing to do. I was going to school for pre-chiropractic before life rerouted me to become a licensed massage therapist. And so fast forward today, there are so many more milestones and unfoldings as far as my professional journey as an intuitive, also with my holistic practice as a holistic practitioner. I run a holistic clinic here in York, Pennsylvania called Firefly Hollow Wellness Center. And one of the main staples of this center is offering this program called Mind Body Detox Program. And that has, of course, been launched since 2014, doing that in person. And then, of course, when COVID hit, we brought the program online. And that's what brings us to this podcast today. The program was the culmination of having my clients go through these intense transformations, working with me in really getting to the root cause of what was causing their physical and emotional ailments through reading their energy field. As that sense developed deeper, I was going into more what people call medical intuitive readings. We're getting pinpointed exact information that's very detail-oriented information. And then, of course, mediumship. So afterlife communication, connecting with spirits, and of course, just energy in general, because I am an energy practitioner as well. With this program being launched online, my journey to becoming a medium and becoming an intuitive professional really was a long journey. It was a lot of learning how to manage my sensitivity, learning how to navigate the world of being an energy sensitive. And of course, there are a lot of people out there that now consider themselves a highly sensitive person or an empath, or just clients who come to see me all the time that feel disconnected spiritually or feel disconnected from their intuition, that are looking to really wake that up. So whether or not you're a person that considers yourself an empath, you're an intuitive, or you're an everyday person that's saying, look, I want to have a deeper connection and I really want to experience the world from a different perspective. That's what we're here to do. This podcast is about going into these different aspects of ourselves. We're going to talk about the connection from the mind and the body to the spirit. We're going to talk about energy. We're going to talk about science. We're going to talk about gut health. We're going to talk about detox and all things that connect mind, body, and spirit. All right, so we're going to also back up a little bit here, and I'm going to share a little bit about my background in my health and my personal health journey. And it's so interesting how my journey has unfolded, especially when I have a perspective in my truth right now that I live is that everything happens for a reason. I do firmly believe that we are guided and that there is a purpose for everything that happens in our lives and for every person we meet and the timing in which we meet them. So looking back, I have come from a lot of health challenges, not just mental health challenges, but physical health challenges, toxicity. And I'm excited to share about that journey because I know I'm not the only one. Not only am I not the only one that struggled with mental health issues and weight issues and maybe either could it be fibromyalgia? Could it be chronic pain? Could it be MS? All these diseases and these illnesses that are mystery illnesses that you can't ever seem to get to the root of the problem or figure out what really is going on. That's part of my health journey. And I believe that my health journey was really here to show me how to really heal the self. And of course, everybody's journey in healing themselves is unique and different. This journey in our own lives from a perspective of relationships, our health, our money, our diet, as well as our relationship to spirit, our creativity, all these different aspects of our lives are opportunities for us to really step into our power and self-actualize. And my method of walking this path is through the foundation of energy medicine, the foundation of energy in general. Everything is energy. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed, and we are energy signatures. We are made of light. And so really addressing the root cause of our lives in all these departments, whether it's your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, your relationship health, all these things are really looking at it from this fundamental aspect of our truth that we are energy. And so that's what we're going to go into. But I think that the health journey that I came from, again, is really important to understand because so many people out there are struggling with health issues. And our current healthcare system is going through an intense transformation. I know that some of those people out there who are holistic medicine fans, we have a negative perspective on mainstream medications and mainstream medicine. I think that that's the wrong way to look at it. I think that we are here to collaborate. We're here to integrate East and West, mind-body medicine with allopathic medicine. We are here to collaborate and not to alienate or polarize, even though that can be easy to do sometimes, that there are so many different polarizing opposite viewpoints and schools of thought when it comes to medicine and practicing, and what comes to science and what people can call pseudoscience. Especially because some of these soft sciences with what I do is not necessarily fully 100% proven yet. So I think that really looking at things from a balanced perspective of how can we educate? I'm here to educate. I'm here to connect. I'm here to bring down to earth some of these metaphysical, maybe, Spacey Stacy down the street was talking to you about these cool things she learned at her Reiki class or whatever it is. These are really fundamental truths to who we are. And that's what I'm here to do. But some of the main reasons that I see people have health issues are, number one, the mind. Our mental patterns, our constructs, how we think about ourselves is the most basic challenge that we all struggle with. That affects the nervous system. It affects everything from how we digest food to how we carry our body and our body posture. So our self-esteem and how we think about ourselves and talk to ourselves is one of the number one things that we can control and we can change. So there's some of the things that I don't see getting addressed sometimes. And it's just this is the integrative mind, body, spirit perspective of how do we address those things? Because if you've been really looking at your diet, you've been exercising, you've been going to the doctor and getting all these tests, and you still don't know what's going on, and even if you're seeing a psychotherapist too, but you're not actually shifting or changing a mental pattern, you can still be struggling with the same things and not getting the results you're looking for. The same on the opposite is true, where if you're doing a lot of mental work, you're one of these people that I journal every day, I'm really doing all my affirmations, I'm trying to better myself in my mental outlook, I'm getting an energy healing from an energy healer, or I'm getting Reiki or whatever it is. But if you're not addressing the physical health with your diet, your exercise, your movement, your sleep, and all these things, you're going to still be hitting a brick wall and maybe hitting a plateau of not really progressing in the direction you want to progress. Now, keep in mind that my background, I came from a place of both polarities of not exercising at all and doing a lot of the mental work, and then vice versa, doing a lot of the physical work and not doing any of the mental work. So again, I feel like Spirit kind of took me on this roller coaster of a ride to experience a lot of the main common things that people experience, especially when it comes to overcoming things such as weight, maybe even negative thinking or self-sabotage, issues with money and finances, resource management, time management. I mean, think about this. These are fundamental things to how we can have health and balance in our lives. And I'm telling you that majority of the people that I work with across the board, we are disconnected from our bodies. We are disconnected from our bodies. We are disassociated from our bodies. We're usually in our phones, in our heads, thinking about our to-do list or worrying, or we're just not connected at all. And I think these are some of the first things that we can address and we can work with, which is really exciting. So when it comes to my journey, I'm going to give you guys a background here. We're going to go into, in each of these episodes, we're going to talk about different things, such as the modalities that I've worked with. We're going to interview some amazing people and some of the tools that they have to offer that maybe I have tried or I haven't tried. And we're just really going to dive in here to some really great alternative supplemental methods for health and wellness in mind, body, and spirit. We're going to go into some of the health challenges that I've dealt with and some of the health challenges that I've worked with successfully and helped people overcome. So for my own personal health journey, we're going to talk about lead poisoning. We're going to talk about sugar addiction and candida overgrowth, which you're like, what's that? If you don't know what that is, stay tuned for that episode. We're going to talk about all the different types of detox and fad detox out there, like the master cleanse, where you drink cayenne pepper lemonade for a week, like some of these really crazy extreme detoxes. We're going to talk about those. I don't necessarily advocate for any of those, but we're going to talk about those and how they affect the body. And of course, we're going to talk about energy medicine, all the forms of energy medicine, all the forms such as acupuncture and shamanic healing and Reiki and sound healing. Of course, we're going to address those. And we'll talk about all things functional medicine. Functional medicine, food, nutrition, blood panels, gut health, all of that. Holistic psychotherapy, fun stuff. And then, of course, my favorite, intuition development. I know that what people call is a gift is something that is really a skill set. Everybody has the capacity to be intuitive and to connect. Just like anybody can learn to play the piano, anybody can learn to activate and connect with their intuition. Now, does that mean that you're going to go out there and be a professional pianist and play for people for shows? Maybe not. You know, everyone has their calling of what they're meant to do professionally, but I'm a firm believer that everyone is intuitive. So with all that fun stuff, everybody, where do you think we should start, right? I think we're going to start back at the beginning. This next episode, we're going to be talking about auras. I am going to give you guys a basic overview of the aura colors and what they generally mean. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys to see what you guys think about your own aura, what color you think you would be, and what the personality characteristics you connect with. and then give you some tools for you guys to really understand more about how you can work with the aura. So that'll be what we'll dive into first, and then we're going to build upon that, because the aura, the energy, your energy signature and who you are is the foundation of all of this stuff. Your energy, or what you want to call your aura, is affected by what you eat. It is affected by how you think and what type of actions or movement or exercise or sleep you're doing, who you're interacting with in relationships, how you relate to money and time management. Your energy field and the aura is the foundation for all of this. So, are you guys ready for the Mind Body Detox podcast? I hope you're super stoked, because I am, and I'm looking forward so much to hearing your questions, really giving you guys content and information that you guys can practically use in your everyday lives to really better yourselves in mind, body, and spirit. Thank you for listening to the Mind Body Detox Podcast. We wish you wellness and health in your mind, body, and spirit. And be well until next time, my friends.